So today I'm going to talk to you about making your first sale in a new business startup. So if you're thinking of starting a new business or you have started a new business, you'll know exactly what this means. So keep on listening, keep on watching, and hope you find this quite useful. Welcome back to consecutive day 1752 of a diary of a runpreneur. And today's topic is all about that very first sale for your new business startup. And but before we get started, please don't forget that this is part of a fundraiser of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, the distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style. And the more people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. So back to the topic at hand, that very first sale. So I did do an episode on a first sale not so long ago when I thought I had actually made my first sale. Now, I had verbal commitment of this first sale. I think it was possibly 2 to 3 weeks ago, but this same client who has now physically paid the money, it was a verbal agreement as opposed to a money in the bank scenario. So let's get that straight first and foremost. It's only really a sale when the money has been transferred or whatever payment they are offering for your goods or services has been exchanged or made. And I think that's the first lesson. It's very, very easy for somebody to say, I want to buy your product or service. It's a very, very different scenario where they actually put their hand in their pocket and pay the money or whatever goods are being exchanged for your product or services. And that's really, really important. That's probably a golden rule in sales, actually, that a verbally agreed is just a verbally agreed. It's not a sale. And so many people will say, yes, I've made this sale. This is just pipeline. And I think it's important to have a healthy pipeline, because if you do the right things, those people in the pipeline will convert at some point. But there's often need quite a bit of nurturing. So this individual who's signed up to be one of the first clients of the business, I'm so excited they've actually made payment now. That really well and truly validates a couple of things. First and foremost, it validates that there is a demand for your product or service, or a need for it. And secondly, it also validates that they're expecting the value or more for what they've transferred to you in money or currency or goods or services, whatever they're paying for your product or service with. They're expecting to get the value or the return the same of what they valued, of what they paid, or higher. It's highly likely to be the latter. They're expecting a return on their money. So that's where the pressure kind of starts now, that we have to deliver on what we've sold. And for new startups, that can often be quite concerning. And that's kind of where we are at the moment. I'm not concerned about the value that my product or service provides, because I know it, I've lived it, I've worked on it for countless years, always intentionally looking to launch this as a business, standalone business, but never having found the opportunity to do so. And it's only recently that I've been able to do that. But the reality is, it's the product is in MVP format, minimum viable product. It's not fully built in certain areas. So because it's delivered over a period of time, by that we mean a 12-week implementation period, I'm not stressing too much yet, because as long as we've built the modules in advance of the new client getting to them, ultimately we have to deliver what we set out to deliver. The other thing is, with new startups, is I think it's important to be transparent. And that's also what we've done here, is this client has come on board knowing it's a new startup, knowing he is one of the first clients that are coming through the process. Hence, he has had a preferential price. With that, we're expecting feedback along the way to help enhance and improve the product. But in return for that is me as the founder, who comes from a systems and processing, data-driven, efficiency background. I will be quite hands-on with this client, because it'll be really useful for me to learn as much as I can from them, which is really, really important. But ultimately it's quite a euphoric moment that time you make that first sale. And I'm going to make a note of this in my diary, in my journal, so I can draw back upon it. Obviously I've got my vlog here, logging the first sale, because 3, 6, 12 months down the line, we'll be looking back upon the journey that we've made as I want this to be, I've got big ambitions for this business within the first 3 months, and certainly the first 12. So exciting times, but I think ultimately the learnings from my diary today are making that first sale in your new business startup is a monumental milestone. It feels like validation. Don't jump too soon when somebody says they're going to buy something from you. Until they transfer the money, it means nothing. It's just a verbally agreed. It's just a pipeline lead that until they pay, they then become a customer or a client of yours. And that's where you feel that sense of validation for what you're looking to kind of deliver. So really, really key milestone. Celebrate it, document it, and keep an eye on, when you look back at that date, the journey that you've become. It's like the first step on the journey of your new venture, and it's usually a pretty exciting time. So I hope that's useful. Any questions or comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. Do remember that this is part of a fundraiser of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, a distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style. The more people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you again tomorrow.